A goal for myself going into 2026 is being able to fix my trust issues, fixing a lifelong problem that many people face throughout their lives. And a question that I always come back to is, how do I start? And why would I even want to trust people with what is going on with my life? I am a talkative person, and for myself, I autopilot a lot within conversations and tell people too much about my own problems, and almost every single time I regret the decision. I instantly start worrying that it might come back to bite me, that I shouldn't have been giving that much context with my situation. I will always see the good in people, or will try my best to sway my mind to think that way. However, it is hard convincing myself that everything will be fine, that there is a chance, even if it's slim, of it coming back to haunt me, that there is a chance that it will ruin my connection with that person. It will ruin what we had. I think the issue of trust in this problem always relate back to trauma, and for myself, a singular instance in my life that forever changed my way of thinking about others. And it has tainted my brain and has, just never gone away. The thing is, my personality creates illusion in my head, thinking that I can trust someone. The idea of being too comfortable. And I know, after I am done having that conversation with them, I become extremely scared to say anything else. But the funniest part is my personality and my problem with trust is always fighting against one another. My mind cannot come to a conclusion, and it does feel like I am having a war with myself. Now, how do you fix it? And what have I done to work towards it? One of the realizations I have put into my head is understanding that you need to assess your friendships with people more clearly. You need to take it into account. What have they shown you so far, and what do they keep away from you? Especially if you have a problem like mine, where you tend to say more than you should. I also think it is important to find more things to talk about. I think for myself, it is extremely easy to fall into the trap of talking about my own emotions, my own problems, and things that have heavily affected my life, not because I might not have much to say, it is because it is an easy way to find something relatable to talk about, especially if you have no idea what the interests are for the other person. I think emotions are something that a lot of people nowadays in our generation have an easy way to kind of go into because everyone has those problems. And a lot of people find it easy to open up about them. And I do think it is it's a bad habit, me not asking questions. I always become indulgent in what I have to say, and I disregard the idea that I need to start asking them questions and bringing up their interests rather than my own problems. Trust needs to be built on a true connection with that person, rather than hoping nothing goes wrong. Develop a bond that has layers. I think you will also face the problem of thinking that, am I trustworthy? Are you trustworthy to the other person? Do you even deserve trust back? And you will need to see both sides of the coin because to develop trust, you also need to see if you yourself can receive trust. You know, are you going to talking to feel better? Are you going to make them comfortable? Are you going to give them a sense of security? Maybe it might not be for you. Maybe you struggle with the idea that if something's going on with that person or something is, something off is happening, I don't have the capabilities of comforting them. Then I would say for you is for you to take your time and use trust as a foundation. You will need to build on it. You will need to build on it so you can become a perfect person or work towards becoming a perfect person. Not necessarily a perfect person, but working towards it and seeing how you will adjust to many different kinds of people. But yeah, that's really all I got. See you guys later.